Hello everyone, I am Trupti Pandya and today I will be teaching you Element of Account Standard 11 Part 2 Chapter 5 Financial Statement of a Business Organization. In previous lecture we already completed up to point number 5 difference between trading account and profit and loss account. Today let us start point number 6 types of profit. Generally, profit is excess of a income over expense. If excess of a income over expense is there, then it is called profit. Amount received after deduction of a total expenses from total incomes is called profit. There are three types of profit. These are gross profit, operating profit, and net profit. Types of profit. First of all, gross profit. When we prepare the trading account, we get the gross profit. Afterward, operating profit. When production is there, and at that time, when we got this type of profit, it is called operating profit. When to operate or manufacturing the things or objects, at that time when we get this type of profit, it is called operating profit. Difference between gross profit and operating profit. Expense is called the operating profit. Now, net profit. When we prepare the profit and loss account and when we get this amount, then it is called net profit. Obtained from trading account, gross profit. Obtained from profit and loss account, operating profit. And obtained from profit and loss account, net profit. Now, let us see what is the gross profit. Gross profit means excess of a sales over cost of a sold goods. Gross profit is a credit balance of a trading account. Operating profit. Difference between gross profit and operating expense is called operating profit. Operating profit is equal to gross profit minus operating expense. Please remember this formula properly. Operating expense is equal to general administrative expense plus selling and distribution expense. Selling and distribution expense means advertisement expense is there. Otherwise, when we send the goods to our customer, at that time some expenses are there. It's called selling and distribution expense plus depreciation. If any asset there is a depreciation is there, then it is called the depreciation. So general administrative expense is there, selling and distribution expense is there, and depreciation is there. It is called operating expense. So operating profit is equal to gross profit minus all the operating expense, and afterward remaining amount is called operating profit. Operating expenses are also called managerial expenses. To run the business, if management is there, and at that time to run the business, when we provide some expenses, it is called the managerial expenses. Now third point, net profit. Net profit means excess of a total of all incomes over all expenses. Net profit is a credit balance of a profit and loss account. Balance amount after effect of non-operating income, expenses, interest and tax in operating profit is called net profit. Now, illustration of profit and loss account. Illustration number 2. First illustration we completed for the trading account. Now, second illustration we want to complete for the profit and loss account. Following balance is extracted from the trial balance of a Dhaval as on 31st March 2015. Prepare the profit and loss account. Here ready-made gross profit is given, so no need to prepare the trading account, because from the trading account when we prepare the profit and loss account, we need only gross profit, and so here ready-made gross profit is given, so we have to prepare only profit and loss account. Carriage outward, postage, salary, these all our expenses are there, and we know that profit and loss account is a nominal type account is there. And so all the expenses we have to write the debit side, and all the incomes we have to write the credit side. So gross profit we have to write the credit side because it is a income. Carriage outward, expense, debit side. Postage, expense, debit side. Salary, expense, debit side. Miscellaneous expense, debit side. Insurance premium, expense, debit side. Office expense, debit side. Discount received, income, credit side. Commission received. Received word is there, then it is an income and we have to write the credit side. Expense word is there. We know that it is an expense and so we have to write the debit side. Commission received, credit side. Discount allowed 1400, loss due to fire 800, interest received. Received, so income is there 3000, credit side. Loss, debit side. Discount allowed, it is a expense, debit side. Bad debt, loss, debit side. Bank charges, also expense, debit side. Traveling, expense, debit side. Advertisement expense, debit side. Audit fees, this is also expense, debit side. Interest on loan, expense, debit side. So this way we have to arrange the debit side and credit side, all the amount, and afterward complete the profit and loss account, and after find out the difference, and it is called the net profit or net loss. Let us start the answer part. Profit and loss account of Dhaval for the year ending 31st March 2015. Debit side particular amount, credit side particular amount. Here it is a nominal type of account is there. So debit side all the expenses and credit side all the incomes we have to write. So gross profit is the income for the business unit. So write the credit side. Gross profit 70,000. Discount received 4,600. By commission received 1,400. By interest received 3,000. Here debit side we have to write all the expenses. Carriage outward 2,000 rupees, postage 1,000, salary 12,000, miscellaneous expense 2,500, insurance premium 1,800, office expense 1,500, discount allowed 1,400, loss due to fire 800, bad debt 1,000, bank charges 500, traveling expense 600, advertisement expense 1,200, audit fees 3,000, interest on loan 3,500, and afterward credit side total 79,000, and credit side there is a 79,000, and debit side there is a debit side less amount is there. So 79,000 minus debit side's total, then difference amount we find out 46,200, and it is to net profit transfer to capital account. It means we transfer this amount in a balance sheet. So this way our profit and loss account is over. Now, since gross profit is given in trial balance, trading account is not required to be prepared. Now illustration number 3. Following balance is extracted from the trial balance of Poonam on 31st March 2015. Prepare trading account and profit and loss account showing operating profit past closing entries for trading account and profit and loss account. First of all, debit side we have to write stock date 1/4/2014. It means it is a opening stock 2 lakh. Purchases 39,83,400. Sales 46 lakh. Purchase return 2 lakh. Sales return 3 lakh. Carriage inward 5,000. Carriage outward 7,000. Wages 35,000. Railway freight 30,000. Salary 24,000. General expense 4,000. Commission allowed 6,600. Discount allowed 4,000. Rent paid 800. Rent received 6,000. Interest on long-term loan 15,000. Interest received 5,000. Loss on sale of fixed asset 5,000. Profit on sale of fixed asset 8,800. Here in this trial balance, all the purchase return, sales, all the things is given. It means we have to prepare trading account and profit and loss account. Both the account we have to prepare. And afterward additional information is given. Closing stock on 31st March 2015 was rupees 1,90,000. So first of all, we prepare the trading account of Poonam for the year ending on 31st March 2015. And we know that trading account debit side, first of all, we write the opening stock debit side. And afterward, purchase minus purchase return and all the related expenses of the purchase. And credit side, we have to write sales and sales return and closing stock. So let us start the trading account. To opening stock date 1/4/2014 2 lakh, purchase 39 lakh 83,400 minus purchase return 2 lakh, total 37 lakh 83,400. To carriage inward 5,000, to wages 35,000, to railway freight 30,000. These all the three expenses are related to purchase, and so we write in a trading account. Credit side we have to write buy sale 46 lakh minus sales return 3 lakh, 46 lakh minus 3 lakhs, outer column we have to write 43 lakh. And additional information, it is given closing stock on 31st March 2015 1 lakh 90,000. So credit side total 44 lakh 90,000. And debit side all the expenses we minus from this 44 lakh 90,000, then difference arises 4 lakh 36,600, and it is a gross profit. This gross profit we have to transfer to profit and loss account. Now let us start the profit and loss account. Profit and loss account of Poonam for the year ending 31st March 2015. First of all, we transfer the gross profit from the trading account. Trading account debit side, it is called the credit balance. And so here in profit and loss account, we have to write the credit side because it is an income for the business unit. So gross profit credit side we have to write 4,36,600 transfer from trading account, and afterward we have to write all the expenses debit side. To carriage outward 7,000, to salary 24,000, to general expense 4,000, to commission allowed 6,600, to rent paid 800, to discount allowed 4,000. And afterward 4,36,000 minus this all the expenses, then we get 3,90,200 to operating profit carry forward. This operating profit we have to write here 3,90,200. Rent received 6,000, interest received 5,000, to interest on long term loans expense debit side 15,000, to loss on sale of fixed asset 5,000, to profit on sale of a fixed asset 8,800. Credit side total 4,10,000 minus 20,000, then we get 3,90,000, and it is a net profit transfer to capital account. So this way, trading account and profit and loss account, both the account is complete. Now closing entries. Trading account debit 45,53,400, to opening stock account 2 lakh, to purchase account 39,83,400, to sales return account 3 lakh, to carriage inward account 5,000, to wages account 35,000, to railway freight account 30,000. Being the above mentioned, the accounts are closed and transferred to trading account. Sales account debit 46 lakh, purchase return account 2 lakh, to trading account 48 lakh. Being the above mentioned according to the closed and transfer to trading account. Closing stock account. Closing stock account debit 1,90,000, to trading account 1,90,000. Being closing stock is recorded in the books of account. Trading account debit 4,36,600, to profit and loss account 4,36,600. Being the result of trading account, gross profit is transferred to profit and loss account. Profit and loss account debit 66,400, to carriage outward account 7,000, to salary account 24,000, to general expense account 4,000, to commission given account 6,600, to rent paid account 800, to discount allowed account 4,000, to interest on long term account 15,000, to loss on sale of fixed asset 5,000. Being the above mentioned accounts are closed and transferred to profit and loss account. Rent received account debit 6,000, interest received account debit 5,000, profit on sale of fixed asset account debit 8,800, to profit and loss account 19,800. Being the above mentioned accounts are closed and transferred to profit and loss account. Now profit and loss account debit 3,90,000 to capital account 3,90,000, being the net profit transfer to capital account. Now for the financial statement, last statement is a balance sheet. Meaning of balance sheet. A balance sheet is a statement showing financial position of the enterprise at a given date. According to Bartley Boy, a balance sheet may be defined as a statement prepared with a view to measure the exact financial position of business on a certain fixed date. A statement showing assets, liability, receivable, and capital of the business on a particular date is known as a balance sheet. What is the balance sheet? Means balance sheet means all the asset, all the liability, all the receivable, and capital. So in a one statement on a particular date, it is known as a statement of a balance sheet. Now, balance sheet third define is that balance sheet is a statement in which one left side shows how many capital and liability of a business are there, and second right side shows how many assets receivable of a business are there. There are two sides are there, left side and right side. Left side we have to write the capital and liability, and right side we have to write the assets and receivable. Objective of a balance sheet. Why we prepare the balance sheet? To show the financial position of a business. Item of a balance sheet. Balance sheet is not an account, but it is a statement. Remember this thing properly. Because balance sheet is not an account, it is a statement. It's a left side shows capital and liability, and a capital account of the owner of the business, loan borrowed account, and creditors. Accounts are shown on this side. The right side of the balance sheet shows asset and receivable accounts. Items which are shown on the liability side and asset side of the balance sheet are as under. Items of balance sheet. Items shown on liability side. Owner's fund, non-current liability, and current liability. Items shows on asset side, non-current asset and current asset. Here, owner's fund, capital, reserves, and surplus. And here non-current asset, fixed asset, non-current investment, long-term loan, and other non-current asset. Items to be shown on the liability side. It is a capital. Personal capital brought in the business by the owner is known as a capital. We know that when businessmen invest their money in a business, it is called the capital. By owner some money invested in its own business, it is called the capital. In other words, capital shows the investment made by the owner. Additional capital, interest on capital, and profit are added in the capital. Whereas loss, drawings, and interest on drawings are deducted from the capital. When there is a loss is there, reduce the capital. When there is a drawings are there by owner, then also capital reduce. If interest on drawing is there, then also it is a reduction of a capital. Now liabilities. Liability refer to financial obligation for which enterprise is liable to pay. Normally, following items are included in liabilities. There are two types of liabilities, non-current liability and current liability. Current liability are also known as a short-term liability. Non-current liability or long-term liability. Liabilities which are not payable in short period are called long-term liabilities. Normally, non-current liabilities are not payable within 12 months from the date of a balance sheet. For example, long-term bank loan, debenture in case of company, etc. If more than 12 months are there, then it is called long-term liability. And current liability means liability within a 12 months we have to pay. It is called current liability. Liabilities which are payable in short period are called current liability. Normally, liability payable within 12 months from the date of balance sheet are known as a current liability. For example, creditors for goods, bills payable, outstanding expenses, installment of loan payable within 12 months, etc. Now, contingent liabilities. Contingent liability is a liability which is not an actual liability, but it may become one in future. It depends on the future event. For example, bills receivable received from debtor which is discounted in the bank is called contingent liability. If debtor does not pay the amount of discounted bills to bank, then its amount will be paid by the enterprise. Therefore, bill discounted in the bank is a contingent liability. If discounted bill gets dishonored in future, it becomes actual liability. Contingent liability is written in the inner column of liability side of the balance sheet. Contingent liability are not shown in the total of a balance sheet. Items to be shown on the asset side. Normally, following items are shown on the asset side. First, non-current asset. One, fixed asset. Fixed asset are long-term assets. Fixed assets are not held for resale. These assets are used to generate revenue income. If it is a manufacturing company, it is used for the production of goods. For example, machinery, fixed asset are also purchased for office use. For example, furniture, building, etc. Fixed asset are also known as a non-current asset. Fixed asset are of two types: tangible fixed asset and intangible fixed asset. Tangible fixed asset means those fixed assets which can be seen and touched are called tangible fixed assets. For example, land and building, machinery, furniture, etc. We can see and touch this asset. It is called tangible asset. Intangible fixed asset, those fixed assets which can be neither be seen nor touched are called the intangible assets. For example, goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark. These assets have a value. Fixed assets are shown at a depreciated value in the balance sheet. Investments. Investment is an expenditure on asset to earn interest, dividend or other income. For example, investment in share, debenture, bond, fixed deposit, etc. Long-term loan and advances, other non-current asset. Afterward, current asset. Those assets which are convertible into cash in a short period are called current asset. Normally, assets which are converted into cash within 12 months and other current asset included the following: cash and bank balance, convertible into cash, debtors, finished goods stock, bills receivable, income receivable, etc. Third, consumable goods for production. As example, raw material, stock, semi-finished goods, stock, etc. Stock is shown at cost price or market price, whichever is less. Next point is a fictitious asset. Those assets which cannot be seen and have zero value in the market are called fictitious asset. Fictitious asset means now in a business which asset is there, but its value is zero. Deferred revenue expenditure are fictitious asset. In this expense, the benefit is available for long period, are not written off in 1 year, but they are shown as a fictitious asset in the balance sheet. And every year certain amount is written off in the profit and loss account, advertisement, companion expense. Owner's fund are shown after deduction of fictitious assets from reserve and surplus. Now, fourth one, presentation of a balance sheet. Balance sheet can be prepared in two different arrangement, particular arranged in the order of a permanency. The asset having longest life is shown in first asset side, goodwill and other fixed asset are shown in order to permanency, and cash is shown at last. If there is a deferred revenue expenditure, it should be shown at last. The liability which is for the longest period is shown first on the liability side. Capital and profit are shown first because they are most permanent in the business. Current liability are shown at last on this side. Particular arranged in the order of liquidity. Generally, this order is exactly opposite of the permanency order. Cash and bank balance come first on the basis of a liquidity on the asset side. Thereafter, other current asset and finally fixed asset come. On the liability side, debt payable first is shown first and thereafter long-term debt and capital are shown at last. Generally, in most of the firms, balance sheet is prepared in the order of permanency. The order of liquidity is more suitable for banks and financial institutions. As a balance sheet is not an account, thus there are no closing entries of account. Thank you very much.